Hey, welcome back Design Squad to this week's Design Tool Tuesday, where I'm gonna share and review, give my thoughts on tools which I share with my peers, junior designers, people I manage, lead in design projects, anyone who would benefit from having a new resource in their toolkit. And so today we're gonna talk about design principles. And design principles is another web-based tool, another directory where anyone can contribute and submit their design principles. And if you go to principles.design, you can access all of that for free because everyone can submit it, everyone can view it, everyone can get inspired, replicate it, add to their work, and maybe even produce your own design principles for your organization, your product team, and share it with designers out there. And so let me show you exactly what it is and how I use this design tool and why I share it with my peers, my junior designers, and so forth. And so design principles is an open source collection of the best practices out there and methods and everything in between. And the best bit about this is that you can find over 180 examples as well as almost 1,500 of individual design principles from over 100 of different companies and resources. If you go to examples, let's say off the bat, you're going to see that it's very kind of like a gov.uk design system type of view where you can view all these different collections of principles and search, for example. If you are a browsing type, you're immediately going to see that there is, for example, design principles for design in the age of AI, which is like, yes, this is something I do anyways. And there's design principles for Code Academy. I just seen design principles from Airbnb the other day, but let's say Fjord is another good example. As you can see, I'm just opening the tabs, the Airbnb I just mentioned before. And if you go deeper, you're going to see that people are basically providing a source, an author gives their name, and then the very simple type of things they're following. It's kind of like a core values of an organization, but in this case, it's design team, what they stand for, what they strive to be, what sort of user value they deliver. And in this case, this is age of AI. And as you can see, design solves an important human problem. Design is context, yada, yada. It's something you can print out. It's something you can use to communicate with your stakeholders. If we go to Code Academy, as you can see, here's an example of more expansive design principle where they say one column, whenever possible, we have constrained our entire content to single column layout. So it's basically that Code Academy type of style. But as you can see, they provide very, much more specific, much more descriptive use case and principles of what we stand for. For example, if it would be gov.uk, their design system is very simplistic. So one of the design principles, and probably we can find it here as well in this principles directory, is if there is a sequence of actions users must do, it's better to split it out per like one action per page so that we can focus on that specific action and not be distracted by endless forms and endless selection fields and so forth. And for example, if we jump to the last example of Airbnb's design principles, they're very, very simple, but that's what we stand for. It's unified, it's universal, it's iconic, it's conversational. And you can just imagine that if you have these 4 pillars, which you basically make every design decision, it's much easier to scale and make more better decisions because they're informed by the core values of every designer on a team. Because imagine an organization where you have, let's say, 10, 20, 30 designers, and all of them have their own backgrounds, their own takes, their own inspiration and mood boards and, and ideas for what good design looks like. This is what unifies those people. This is what puts it in place. Everyone who, let's say, peer reviews your designs consider that, hey, well, maybe this design is really great, it's really innovative, it solves the problem left and right. However, it's not really iconic, let's say, or however, it's not universal, which would influence our design system and help us roll out the thing. So that's what design principles are at. And this tool gives you an ample of them. I'm just going to really quickly jump and look for gov.uk. Gov, yes, digital service standard for gov.uk. You can see it's understand user needs, do ongoing user research, have a multi-data, use agile methods, valid tools, understand security, use common standards. Well, I guess these are more high level. I was looking for a bit more specific. here. And so it's simple as, let's say, start with user needs, which is all about user research. Do less, meaning simplify everything left and right. And this is, it has to do with the technology you use, it has to do with services you design with data, do the hard work to make it simple, iterate, then iterate again. So it's about agile. This is for everyone, meaning you have to consider not just tech savvy, you need to consider people who need digital assistance, who need accessibility needs met, and so forth. And so these are their design principles. And as I mentioned before, it's all about keeping simple. And that's what gov.uk, which is one of the probably most known government organizations, who have their design guidelines and processes in place, which basically then inspires all other governmental digital teams across the globe. As per usual, design principles are there to inspire. Tools like that act really well when, let's say, you are in a need to define your own. And so if you are, let's say, a senior, if you at least have one appraisee or you manage a junior, you should definitely start establishing design principles. If you have a bigger team, I'm sure you already follow some sort of principles, but this could act as inspiration. You can basically copy left and right because people submit these to be shared. I hope this video is useful. Check the tool out, give a like, subscribe to his channel, and as per usual, I'll see you next time.